I'm recording.
All right. So what we've been doing is kind of working through the crypto over the weekend, trying to see our best strategy to try to get on these and do some scalping on the crypto side of the house, so that way we can get it in on the weekends as well too. Tested out a few different strategies, watched a couple training videos from the experts and everything like that. Still learning into a little bit of this Ichimoku on the trading view, a little bit like that. It's going to help with us. But right now, my biggest thing that I've actually seen that has been the fire to hit is pretty much this 5 retracement on the breakups on the 1 hour charts. So right now, I can actually, this is the current one that I want to show, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna go back a couple of different ones to show you exactly how I've been kind of calling them. And so far, it's been nothing but money and paydays all weekend. So far, how I've been calling these. Right now, I know most likely you've been seeing the training videos or seen the trading videos, at least on the 5 retracements that they discuss. So right now, the biggest ones that are the money makers is this zones right here. That 236, that 382, and 618. Those are our money makers that we want to kind of set up our buy and our sell stops. And then the same way with the top and the bottom zones for the breakouts. So basically, I'm going to make this even easier. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I'm going to take the top portion out, the last zones out on the bottom, because we don't need that. We just need the hundreds. So let me go ahead and take these out. Make this even easier. So this is the one that I use on the phone right here. So 0 to 100. Basically what I do is I've been eating them up on our charts. And how I do it is I look at the breakout. Every time this is broken out somewhere, it puts a new high. It puts a new high low and a new high high. So for example, this is the newest trade that I jumped in. This is going to be, it broke out. It stopped, it consolidated, it came back down. So now this is our new high low right here. So this is where I put my retracement at. I go from here. I made it, was it at? This was the one before actually. So I went here and then it created again. You see it broke out. This is the breakout that I called earlier that I showed you out here. Like I said, we'll go back and I'll show you how I did the retracement there and how we did and where I put my buy stop at and called the breakout here. So this is the new one. So here's our new high low. This is what we're looking at right here. So we want to go from, we're looking for either a sell or buy. So we trace it out to the top. So pretty much I waited for this candle to form and reject the top out of it to see it come back down. As soon as I see that rejection from the breakout candle, that means it's not going to go on an uptrend just yet. It's going to consolidate a little bit or retrace. So that's why I put the fib tracement here. And like I said, these are our money zones right here. So if you really want to scalp, you can actually put, when this candle broke up top here, you can actually put, I put my sell stop here within that 38 zone break. Because Christopher Terry and a lot of the training videos, they said the money makers is going to be right here, is this golden number right here, this in this 38 zone. So basically they called it, basically if it breaks the 38 on the retracement, it's going to come back down to the 61, and it can even come back down for a full retract breakout.
Hey, real quick.
That's what I look for right now.
Real quick. So the 38, is that I guess one of the Fibonacci rules or something like that?
Yes. So this
Okay,
is
cool.
this is the Fibonacci rules right here. And the more I read into the training videos on what Christopher Terry uses and what these expert guy uses, these three right here are the biggest zones that they use, especially the 38 between the 6-1. I took out the 50 at it because pretty much what they call in and how I've called all the trades out on the demo this weekend. Anytime it's fully broken out through the 3-8, it drops all the way down to the 6-1, and it can even do a breakout. And it's been doing it on the buys. So right now I'm calling to see if this is going to keep going up to the next level or if it's going to drop back down to the next level, and then we pretty much trace it back down. So you see here, kind of like snagged it a little bit, went back up, and then it's slowly tracing back down again. So like I said, I put the sell stop right in between this 3-8 zone here. So if we chart it up, where's that? How I've been doing it, like I said, because this is the money zone, I put a sell stop right around here. And I took my take profit on that 6-1 zone, because what I've noticed is as soon as it breaks that 3-8 completely, it automatically is going to come down to that 6-1. It completely bypasses that 50 zone. So that's why these are our money makers. So pretty much those are so this is what I've been scalping all weekend, is these drops. And then what I'll do is, so I cover myself, go back full screen here. What I do is I'll put a sell stop here, so that way, okay, if I know this thing is going to break off, it's going to take profit here. I can also put a sell stop down here, back at the 100 zone, because if this thing traces down to the 618 and it breaks down here, that means it's going to shoot back down. It's going to completely break back out. It's going to go back down on the break sell. Opposite wise, the same way up top here. You can pretty much put another buy stop zone up here, because if it comes back up and it passes this consolidation zone right here, it's going to shoot up again too, which is exactly what it did earlier right here. And this is what I had called earlier. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm with it. That makes sense.
You want light skin, don't you? Yeah, I know.
So I'll erase. So this is the current one. Like I said, I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do? Let me delete this one, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it's been coming into play. And like I said, this is all I use. I look for these breakout candles, and then I wait for that high to hit, consolidate, and then boom. That's where I place my fib retracements. So basically, the one before this one I called broke out. The fib retracement I did was right up in here, and I'm gonna draw it out.
All right, cool. I'm with you so far.
Let me see. So I was looking for a buy. So right here. So this is our new high low right here. And then this is where I called it right there. So you see how it went up, it broke out, and then it stopped right here. So I waited for that to come back down. So once you see it come back down, look at the money game right here. So see the 3/8 zone? It didn't break it. So I put a sell stop in here, so that way if it broke it, it'd come back down to the 6-1. And then I put a buy stop up here in case it decided to go back up. It broke through that trend line, and it flat out went all the way up to the next level. And it's been doing this every breakout. Every breakout, it comes and it plays around in this 3/8, 6-1 zone, and it either breaks up or it's been breaking down. And this one I called earlier, and I made about from here to this top candle here with the 20-cent lot, I made $50 that quick.
Hold on, you said from 20 cent you made $50
on a 20-cent lot where you see I put this blue line. That's where I call my buy stop at this breakout. So when it hit here, this top consolidation zone, I made right around $50 with a 20-cent lot.
That's nice. That's nice.
And I pretty much had no risk because it already broke out. So pretty much I didn't even put a stop loss. I just let it shoot up. And then when I saw it hit its max and start making that consolidation candle, I went ahead and cashed out, and I waited for and then all I did was I moved this up and I waited for the next zone. But you see right here, see this 3/8, how it just stopped it? It literally just stopped. It played with it twice. It never broke it. So pretty much my sell stop that I put right here, it never activated. All I did was delete it. But I took my money on my buy stop all the way out on a breakout zone. So that's pretty much what I've been playing with all weekend. And like I said, and that was another one. So this one was the one before I made money. And then if we even go back further to the next one, so these have been all buys. So this right here was another one. So see, it broke out. So this was one I jumped in right here. So here's a new high right here. And then where's my candles at? I don't know why the charts look so much bigger on the top portion here. Where's my breakouts? Okay, so that's right, because we were on a sell on this one. So this is when I did the fib trace down. All right, so this was in the sell zone. So like I said, so the fib, we're doing the opposite way on this one. So what we do is we take the high. This is the high that presented us here, and then we took it down to the high low. Boom. Right here, because this is where it consolidated and it didn't break any further down. So once again, here we go again with the 3/8 zone right here. So high low on the breakout. It consolidated, it stopped. Here you see it playing with the 2-3 zone. Here you see come up to the 3/8. It's still going back and forth. I had put like I said, a sell stop right here. I mean, a buy stop. And then I had it going all the way to the 618 zone. And then I put another buy stop here above the breakout zone in case it shot up again too. So like I said, once that activated, you see it was playing around for a couple hours. This is the 1 hour chart. So you see it going back and forth, but boom. As soon as you see it fully break out of that 3-8 zone, it's shot automatically all the way back up to the 6-1 zone. It doesn't even hesitate stopping at the 50. So that's why I don't even use that on this retracement. It goes right to the next zone. So like I said, you don't even have to wait for the breakout. You can take money from the 3-8 zone to the 6-1 zone on a buy or on the sell. You can literally put stops right here. This is your zone right here to put sell stops and buy stops to make your first money. Then you can either put a sell stop down here below the lowest high low that they put in case it breaks out. Boom, you can activate this right here, or above the 100 level, you can put it right above here too in that same zone. So if it decides to shoot up, because crypto it moves fast, man. So if you put the buy stop in there, look, that's how quick. So I made money from here to here, from the 3-8 to the 6-1. I made money here, and then I called a buy stop here at the same time, and then it shot up right there as well too. And then I took that money right now, and then now it broke out. Since it broke out here, all I did was I placed my new high to low, and then I'm waiting for this to consolidate now to see if it's going to drop back down. So is that making sense so far? How I've been doing the fib retracements on these?
Yeah. I mean, so let me just to be sure, whether you're looking for the high lows or the low highs, that's where you start. I guess the buy or the sell, that's where you start the actual Fibonacci tool or whatever, and you take it up till it gets to 100. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically, you want to do.
Hold on.
So like you see here how it broke all the way down here.
Right.
I kind of pulled in right here. So this is your new high low. You see it didn't go down no further past that. Once it kind of it started retracing back up. So this is where the trend finally broke. So basically,
and that's where you start your
here,
Fibonacci tool.
We're looking to see. Exactly. I started here because we're looking to see if it's going to buy back up. So we go up to down to look for a buy, and then we go down to up to see if it's going to come back for a sell.
Right. All right, I'm cool. I'm with you on that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Ichimoku is actually helping a little bit too, because as you can see here, so this is the trend line that the Ichimoku kind of uses to see if it's going to break down to go into a sell or a buy. And if you follow it, look how when it crossed over, we had already put that sell stop in for the money. And look, it cracked out through the 3-8. It dropped all the way down to the freaking to down here to the 0 zone, and then it traced back up. Here, right here again, we called a buy stop. Look at the crossover. The crossover happened right before the breakout.
Wow, that's crazy. All right.
So you can use. I'm starting to learn to use the cloud more, but right now I've been using the crossovers, the trend line crossovers to help me to confirm some buyouts. And it's 38 to 6-1 zone, man. This 38 zone is the key player. As you can see right here, it's always retracing back into it.
Right. That's crazy how they work.
So this is what I've been doing all weekend. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been doing it all weekend. And the amazing part about it is Bitcoin to US dollar and Ripple to US dollar, they move exactly the same way, bro. Look at that. It's like a mirror.
Yeah.
They move exactly the same way.
Said this, and you said you use the hour chart only.
Yes, I've been I've tested the 15-minute chart. I tested the 30-minute chart, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of the lead traders, a lot of guys that use the Ichimoku and use the fib retracements, they love the higher charts just because of the fact is they move with the trend a little bit better than those 15 minutes. You know, the 15-minute chart, it can go up and down and spike like crazy, and that can be like all within this one candle.
Right.
So this one right here is almost like how we do with the harmonic scanner. This literally is almost exactly what we do for the harmonic scanner. And we scalp. We pretty much say, okay, look, boom, here's my new high low, here's my new high. I'm gonna put this is almost saying the harmonic scanner called a flag in right here. So we're gonna say, okay, here's my 38 zone. I'm gonna put a buy stop right above that 38 zone. Not on it. You want to get it above it, so you want to give it some leeway. I'm gonna put a buy stop here. So that way I know for a fact that playing with the market, especially with crypto, if it breaks that 38 line, it's automatically gonna go to that 61, bro. I've seen it all weekend. It automatically shoots at least up to the 61, and it can go even further. So I'll put a buy stop and make money right here within this zone to scalp, and then I'll put another one even further up here, because if it keeps trending up, it's gonna fully break out, and then I'll make more money, and then I'll just wait for that. I'll either cash out at the compounding strategy, or I'll wait for that top candle to see, once it starts going red and I see that trend not shooting up anymore, I just cash it out and keep it moving.
So no take profits. You just put the stuff there and watch it and close it when you want to close it. You don't set no take profits.
So I do the take profits within the zones right here. I do my take profits I put my buy and my sell stops between the 38s and the 61s. That's what I use for my sell stops and buy stops, and I use my 61s for my take profits. That's for scalping. When you get a breakout, you can do a take profit, but you got to come back here and see how I drew this line out. I had to draw it. I had to go back and look at the history. So I had to go see the last support zone that it hit and come back all the way here. And you see right here, this was hours ago. This is where it was playing that support and resistance game a minute ago. So you can play here, and then this is the other breakout zone. So here's your new entry zone. So like I said, if it hits here, you can use this as your take profit. Or like I said, if you're watching it, because I'll be honest with you, man, when those breakouts happen, they happen quick. I mean, that thing moves like a heart attack. You'll make enough money within this candle right here, depending on your lot size, that you don't even want to wait for the uptrend, to be honest, because you just don't know if it's going to shoot back down or not. Crypto just moves too fast for me. So I'll take the breakout and wait for that thing to finish, and I'll just cash out and wait for the next setup. But you can put the take profit on the breakout too, though, Lyndon. Like I said, you just got to go back and find that last result, support and resistance zone from the last trend, the last high from back, and then you can see the next zone. So you see this was one zone here, and then now I'm calling for this new one that if it breaks out of here, it's supposed to come all the way up to here. But like you said, if we just want 10 pips, 10 to 20 pips, you know what I'm saying? You just, you put it up and put it up $100 and call it a day and put your take profit at that. That's exactly what I'm doing within this 3.8 and 6.1 zone. This right here is my money making more than my breakouts. This is my scalp zone.
So inside of this 3.8 and 1.8 zone, is this 10 pips inside of that, or is it more or less? What's happening in there?
It can be more, because right here, look, it starts at 8841 and it stops all the way up at 9065.
Oh, okay.
That's the range between. That's the range, but it could be higher, it could be lower. It all depends, because like I said, I wait for the market to kind of start doing its thing to judge my new high lows and my new high highs.
All right. So I mean, like I said, a lot of this is still new for me, but I'm sure after more training, after watching this video over and over, I'm understand. So a couple questions I have for right now is just, once you draw it, once you know how to properly put it up the way it is now, you're saying all the money is in all the money is inside of the 38 and the 6.1. So you're literally just setting, buy stops or sell stops and setting a take profit right inside of those zones. So it's just, and you just wait for it to do its thing. So basically your trade was just open up and close out, because you got it all set up inside of that 3.8 and 6.1. Exactly.
So see right here, this is one that I took right here. You see how it was consolidating and trying to break through that 3.8 right here? This is where I put the Fibonacci, because I saw it come down. It didn't come down no further. It started coming back up. So I'm like, okay, so here we go. So here's my high. Here's my new high low. So I drew that out. So basically, once you draw that out, it automatically, you can see where exactly the zones break in and how the market's been playing with it right in here. It's in that 3 zone and the 6.1. So basically what I did was I was like, okay, so I'm gonna put in, it's like chess. I'm gonna put in like 3 different moves. I'm gonna put in my buy stop here. So that way, if it breaks the 3.8 zone to the 6.1, boom, I'm gonna cash out right here. I'm gonna put a sell stop down here past the old high low, because if it decides it wants to flip down and break a new low, then boom, I'll catch that breakdown. And I gotta go back and I would draw a line trend on the last one before, and then I would find a zone to put a take profit. Or like I said, you could kind of watch it once it opens up and then just cash out wherever you want. And then the third one is I put a buy stop up here, because one way, shape, or form, once it breaks out of this 3.8 zone, whether it's going up or down, it's gonna eventually break out somewhere in here. It's just a matter of the waiting game.
Okay, so just listening to that, right? And I just want you to correct my understanding. Let's say I didn't want to watch it, right? So I drew it. From what I'm hearing, if I didn't want to watch it, then I could just stay inside of the whole 3, 8, and 6, 1. Like I could put a buy. I could put a buy stop and set it for 10, and set it right under that other zone, the 61. Okay, wait a minute. Let me know. Maybe.
So what you're saying is, so like for these breakouts, you want to try to set up a take profit, you said, right?
Well, I wasn't to the breakouts yet. I was still talking about the inside, like the 3, 8, and the 6, 1. So if you put a buy stop at the 3, 8, your take profit would be the 6, 1. Is that what you would do?
Yeah. Yep. So if I put a buy stop here, and I won't put it right on the line, because you got to give it that little bit of pip spread that the market gives.
Okay.
So you can put it like right above it. So exactly on the 3, 8 for this one is 8835. So I put it a little above it, and I gave it like 850 or 860, somewhere right in this, to account for that pip spread. Because you see right here, it took a little bit in it, and then it shot back down. So I always give it just a little bit of leeway in case for it to activate. So you see here, once it activates and it goes right, it's going to the 6, 1. Once it fully breaks out, it's automatically, it's at the minimum, it's going to the 6, 1.
Got you. So so you can make the take profit the actual 6, 1 though.
You can
make it's going to it.
Or you can minimize it and scalp, so you can put it like right underneath the 6, 1. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To compensate, and that way you're guaranteed you're within that zone, and you know what I'm saying. So that way you decrease your risk and your stop loss. I would still put my stop loss would still be the breakout area down here. I would still put some kind of stop loss, but with these entry zones and guaranteeing this golden ratio zone and these, it's been nothing but money all day. Because just like we do with the scanner, we don't do I don't do executions. I look at the scanner, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna look at the retracements, and I'm gonna look at the zones, and I'm gonna put that buy stop or that sell stop where I see it's gonna do its breakout to the next zone.
Okay, so the same thing so that's inside of that. Now the same thing at the top and at the bottom when you're talking about breaking out further, you could just so at that 236, is my understanding that under the 236 line, like under that, you put like a sell in for if it breaks down that way?
Yeah, but I put it past the 100 zone. I put my sell stop in all the way down here, because this is the new high low that it gave us. Gotcha. So basically, I don't play with this zone down here. I put it all the way outside of this fib retracement, because if it's gonna break out, it's got to break out past that old high low. Okay, that makes sense. And you could either go, like you said, you could either go back in history to find the line, or couldn't I just set it for 10 pips? Like if I was just like, I just want to, it might, if it breaks out, I just want 10 pips. And you can do the same thing at the top, right? If it breaks out, you can put 10. Yep, and same thing up here. I like here at the top, I put in zones because it's been in a buy trend a lot lately. So I went back and I found the old zones to see how far I could jump up there, just to play with it. But I'll be honest with you, like I said, you'd rather scalp, man, because like I said, this thing moves so fast. Okay. Sometimes that it's like you just want it to finish and then cash out and then wait for the next one. Because I'll tell you what, I mean, a 20-cent lot, you can either be up or you can be down $30 like quickly.
Got you. So instead of playing the breakouts like the high and the top joints, this 38 to 61 is safe though. Like, so if is that what I'm hearing? Like I could put in a buy stop and make the take profit the 6. So I could put in a buy stop above the 38 and make the take profit 61 and stop watching the chart.
Correct. And
I could do all my I could specifically just look for that. Like once I learn how to actually draw. See, right now I don't even know how to draw. Like I see what you're saying about the high and the high low, but right now I don't even know how to draw the fib chart. But once I know how to draw the fib chart, I can literally just draw the fib chart, put a buy in above 38, put a take profit at 61, and stop watching the chart until that closes, and then look for the next setup, right?
Exactly. So you see, once this broke, this is one that I called, and then boom, I took this money, and then I took the breakout. Now that the breakout's done and it consolidated, I'm like, okay, so this one's done. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna go back, and since it's in a buy trend for the fib retracement, we're gonna go down to up. So I'm gonna go
So
back.
how do you know? How do you know when to start to place your fib? Like, I understand the whole high low and low high prop, but I mean, like,
Basically,
yeah,
once a breakout happens is when I do it. Once a full breakout like this, a trend, and then it stops. You see right here, then a trend, and then it stops.
so that's how you know. Like, if you just came fresh on the screen and you're trying to determine, I guess that's the part I'm confused at. Like, if I just opened this screen up and I saw this, where would I even begin as far as placing the fib? Like, what would I be looking for to?
So right now at the screen,
Uh-huh.
you would look at the last breakout candle, the last long bullish or bearish candle.
Okay.
You want to look at the last one. So right here, this is the last bullish candle that I see on the chart. I was like, okay. So before this breakout, what was the high what was the high low for that? And it was this right here. Because you want to go the high low is going to match two candles like that. You
Okay.
see? And see how this one broke out and see how it matched two candles before that too.
Okay.
So you want to look for a breakout candle. If you're looking fresh out of chart, you want to find where the last full breakout candle is. So if I look at this chart, I'm like, okay, look, this is the last time it looks like it did a breakout of a zone. This is a new high low, and then look, it didn't go any higher than this wick candle right here, and it's tracing back down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw my fib. Let me see. I'm gonna draw my fib here from the last high low before it to the last high, which is pretty much where it stopped breaking the trend right here at that candlestick. And it looks like it's just a little bit more above right here.
And so, why did you start that at the green candle instead of the red candle?
It doesn't matter which candle because they're honestly, this is why they call it a high low, because they stop at the same line.
Okay.
A high low and a high is the candles that you look at when they're parallel to each other.
Okay.
So you could choose either one, and it's still within the line. And then so I go from there to the max that it hit, and before it started retracing back down. So you see, as soon as I do it, look right here. As soon as I draw it out, you can see it. Look how it's already playing with that 3/8 zone. See how it's playing around with it. It broke it a little bit here, and now it's playing around with it. So it's still trying to decide if it's gonna go up and break out of here, or if it's gonna go down and break down to the 3/8.
If we had looked at this chart, and so after that long breakout candle, that first sell candle, if we had looked at this chart and we were right there, and then we drew the fib and everything, I would have put in a buy at the 3/8, like set a buy for the 3/8.
For this one right here.
Yeah. Oh. So no. So the 3/8 and the 6. Oh, so the 6-1's under it now. So the last time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, because you gotta remember when we're looking for it to retrace for a buy, we're going down to up. When we're looking the opposite way, if we're looking to see if it's gonna sell, you go up to down.
So since it broke out on a buy, now it has to come back down. That's why we're looking for a sell.
Correct. We're looking for either or, but because it's in a buy trend, you want the fib retracement to go from down to up. Buy go down to up, sell go up to down.
Okay. So on this, like I said, so after that first breakout, if we were just at the second sell candle, right? I would have placed the sell right under the 3/8, right? And and a take profit, I guess, right before the 6-1.
Right above the 6-1.
Right above the 6-1, right. And then that second sell candle that happened would have actually opened it up, but it still wouldn't be down there yet because it would have crossed it would have opened up. And as currently we still be, got you. So that'd be just waiting for it to actually. So it would have opened up, but I'd be in the negative right now, just waiting for it to get down to the 6-1.
You would. Yeah, you would. But this is why you have two different strategies. So if you do this, you put a stop loss if it decides to break out. So that way, one, it closes this out, and then you already have a buy stop ready up here. So as soon as that closes out and it breaks, Your stop loss is done. You may have taken the hit on this, but now you made your money back or more on this breakout now.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? So you have a fail safe. You have a fail safe either up or down. But this right here is why I kind of give it a little bit of leeway, because this kind of broke into it, and then it didn't go all the way down, but it could still come back, because of the fact is I took a trade where it played around and it did this, and it still came all the way back to the 6-1 just because it broke it. So it's just a matter of just being patient with it and letting it run. But that's why as soon as you get into it, you want to place your stop placements and your stop losses all within those zones. So that way, like I said, if you do end up losing it from here to here, you lose this, but you're gonna make your money right back here on the breakout.
Gotcha.
It's already set up. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Matt, does that make sense? You got questions on that too?
Hey, nah, my bad. I'm with y'all. I'm having multiple meetings at once right now, and I'm definitely with you.
Okay.
That's cool. I mean, it's being recorded too, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this one. So yeah, so technically, like you said, Lyndon, you're right. So right now, I put it there, and yes, I have a sell stop order that's active right now, and I'm trying to see if it's either gonna play out and decide to come back down, or if not, it's gonna hit its stop loss here. This is like the harmonic scanner. Like I said, either it's gonna go your way, or sometimes it won't. So far, it's been pretty much 80%, 90%. I've been taking wins all weekend. It's been rare, because even with this right here, I'll still stay in it because I see this. But even though it cracked this, man, I was in one like back here on Saturday, and I went back and looked in the morning because I had already set everything up for me, and it shot back down. As much as it did this, and then it did this, it still came back and it shot all the way back down.
Gotcha.
But like I said, as long as you put in your stops, your stop loss, for both scenarios, you're covered. One way, shape, or form, you're still covered. Because even if you take that loss, you're only taking a loss between this zone. And if it does decide to do it, you're automatically jumping into a trade that's going to take you into automatic profit right here.
Makes sense. Because it's going all the way to that line, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it breaks through.
If it breaks through, this is the next zone that it could reach.
So you would just put your take profit before that zone.
Yep. So I'll take my take profit before this zone, or like I said, if you want to make your 10 pips back or whatever, you can put it somewhere within. You can put it somewhere within here, because this looks like the last zone that it consolidated. If you look back in the history,
right.
That's the last support and what was it? The last support and resistance that it took. So let's see if I go back. See right here. This is a history from the breakout candle from a sell. And see the resistance right here. So this is the last zone that it was playing with, and then the other one was down here. So you just have to go back and check it, or like I said, you could just take your 10 pips and call it a day.
Gotcha.
But that's how I've been doing all weekend, man. Like I said, even with 20-cent lots, it's just been, dude. It's like 35 here, 40 there, 50 there. It's just been like easy. And look, see, it's going up. It was in that. Look at it retracing back down. Because to me, it's almost like Chris Terry said the same thing. If it breaks this 38 zone, it's almost guaranteed. It's a 90% chance that thing is going to come back down at least to touch the 61 and try to retrace either back up again, or it's going to shoot back down. So basically, this is the zone that I play with right here.
That makes sense. It makes sense. And so it's like you set your main one inside for the zone, but then you do set another one on the breakouts, because if it goes through the zone, you want to make your money back. So those are like safety nets. So not just you got your take profit, but you also have another pending order just to make sure you get your money.
Exactly. So if you lose it, you're making it right back, and you can either make profit because the trend can break up higher than what you lost, or you can break even and wait for the next breakout. So one way, shape, or form, you're still setting yourself up on a fail-safe to protect your profits or make guaranteed money.
And if it never goes that way at all, it doesn't matter. You delete your order later. There it is. Like your pending order.
I delete my order. Like the one took down here, I had sell stops. I had sell stops down here for breakouts. They never hit. All I did was delete it because I made my money right here on all these breakouts.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, because look, this one's doing the same thing. It's playing within. It broke it, and it's doing the same thing it did down here. And this one ended up breaking it. Because I'm gonna show you. Because I was like, dang, I was like, let's keep trying it out. And it's been good, man. Like I said, all I do is wait it, man. Like I said, I have my fail safes in place, so I ain't too stressed about it. But the way it's doing this right here is exactly what it did down here. I'm gonna redraw this out. So basically, here was my high from my. Here's the first breakout candle. Here's my high. Here's where it stopped here. I put a sell stop.
Oh, so wait a minute. You can't even draw it till. So I see you went to the last breakout candle. Happened to be a sell. You went to the high. What's it called? A high low. What
Yeah,
is that?
yeah. This is your high, and this is your new high low.
So, but the high low part though, you can't even join the fib until you have a high and high low, right? You can't draw it.
That's where the key comes in, because you know how they always talk about that you want to see a flag form before you want to, and even when you see the flag, you want to kind of see where the trend is going.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't place this fib retracement until I saw it go up, come back down, and then I see when it came back down, it didn't retrace back down. See the flag right here, up, down.
Oh.
This what Chris Terry be talking about, that don't jump in too early, because it could go down here, it could come back up, and boom, either it could sell some more or it can consolidate and shoot back up.
Right,
So
like it looked like it might have did right before, but it kept down. Like it made that green one, it made that buy candle. But
yep.
Then, got you.
But then see, it came
Like when
down
do
here,
you?
try to break it out again, and it resisted it. So then once it resisted it, it started consolidating a little bit, thinking about it, got close to the 3/8 zone, went back down again, then boom, shot right through the 3/8 zone, right through the 6/1 zone, and all the way out to the breakout.
Gotcha.
Yo, so just to be clear, thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it, man. Just to be clear, you're looking for your magic number is that 38 zone.
Yes, my
All
magic
right, cool.
number is this 38 to 6/1 zone to scalp. This is what I use to scalp. And then on top of the scalping, if it decides, it's almost more than 80% chance that if it breaks that 61, it may shoot all the way up here. So one thing's gonna happen. You're gonna make money in this zone right here, and you already got your buy stops and sell stops ready to go in case it decides to shoot up or down. And that way you activate your next trade. You already profited on one trade, and you already got your next trade already set up on the trend. So you don't even have to watch it.
All right, cool. That's good stuff. Do you use the RSR at all?
I do use the RSI. Let me see. I use some of it, but I'll be honest with you, with the Ichimoku one, I've been mainly doing the fibs, and then what I'll do is I look at the trend crosses too. These have helped me out on a lot of these breaks. But I do use the RSI. I do verify if it's over 70, if it's over 70 or under 30, just to see if the market is going to play out. And then I'll even go to like the 4-hour chart just to play around. But I'll be honest with you, my money maker has been this hour chart right here. So let's see, let's modify this.
I was asking because I wanted to know if you're in a trade and you're looking at the RSI and let's say it's being overbought, right?
Yeah.
But you're seeing the patterns. Does the rule still apply?
It can still apply, because if you look at this, when we got into this right here, look at this new high low that it performed. It was under that 30. And then it was kind of consolidating right here, right around that 50, right around that midpoint right here. This is what I added too. Some people don't put that one in there, but if you can actually, let's see, can we add one? I don't think it's gonna let me do it. So on my phone, I have a 50. I have a midpoint right here, because that's where it can kind of consolidate on the RSI here too. But you can see where it was under the 30. Boom, it came back up. It was right around the 50, which was playing around the 38 zone. Then boom, it shot over that 50 all the way back up again too. Now it's over top. Now I'm calling, that's why this one right here, my sell stop is already activated because it cracked that 38 zone. And this is telling me, my RSI is telling me, and it's telling me that this thing is looking like it's going to go back down. But like I said, you just never know with the markets because anything can change like a heartbeat. So I do use the RSI just to see the trend, just to play to my favor. But I still, because I don't do market executions, I don't depend on them a lot. You see what I'm saying?
Cool, cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people use the RSI. Like I know, like you probably use it. We use this for scalping. How to use that web analyzer and a couple of things to. Okay, it's over the 30. It's cross the cat stick is going up and over, and stuff like that. So you verify. But I'll be honest with you. All I literally have been looking at is I've been waiting for the high to lows. I've been looking at the breakout candles, and I've been playing with these zones right here. And then my biggest indicator that tells me that thing is going to cross over is these right here, the Ichimoku trend candles. If that thing breaks, if it's crossing over, it's going to go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is dope, man. Because I definitely been looking at different videos as far as the cloud, and I know once you get used to it, the cloud kind of gives you several different confirmations in itself. I know the cross, if it's above or below, and it's something else. It's something else it confirms. But man, this is.
Yeah,
I'm just
it gives,
right now.
it
I'm
gives you the
interested in this
cross.
Fibonacci.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fibonacci is the moneymaker, dude. This right here is gold. And like I said, I take out all the other zones. These are all the zones that I need. My 6-1, the 3-8, and that 2-3-6. I've been studying videos like crazy on the experts and everything like that. And literally, these are the moneymaker zones right here. And every time, if you go back on the trading view, on any chart, whether it be crypto, Forex, Euro to USD, whatever, man, it literally plays like clockwork. You can literally find the high and high lows on any hourly chart to day chart, and that's exactly what we use. Because I don't know, because you can even see it that Stevenson even called it on his trade. If you look at the telegram that he did for this, I'm actually on that sell right now, the Euro GBP, on his educational telegram. You can see he drew the Fibonacci out on the 4-hour chart. And you see the number, and you can see the numbers that he's got on there. Did you see that on the telegram?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Yeah, so that's what I've been using. And I mean, like I said, and it's easy to use because the Ichimoku and the Fibonacci. I mean, you could literally, it looks a lot better on the phone, to be honest, than TradingView a little bit. But like I said, you can chalk up the charts with this Fibonacci and the Ichimoku right there on your phone, man. And it's been playing out, I mean, real good. Like I said, the confirmations on this one have, to me, the visual confirmations on the cloud and the fib for this has been a lot better for me than I have been with like MACD and a couple of the Bollinger, the Bollinger bands. I didn't touch with the Bollinger bands on this one because this specifically looks for trends. It looks for buy trends and sell trends and breakouts. So this is the moneymaker right here. So Lyndon, is that making sense a little bit with how we draw them out and like where you're kind of reading it at?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would still need to do some basics just to make sure I'm understanding, when to grab it. I mean, because like I said, I see what you're saying with the flag and all that, but it's easy to see once it's there already versus if I just looked at it fresh. So
exactly.
But
the key thing you want to look for is your last breakout candle. Just say to yourself, if you want to put a note in a notepad, say, okay, let me open up a fresh chart. I want to find my last, I want to find my, like right now, this is drawn up. So let's go. I'm going to switch over to Ripple because Ripple is like a mirror to this, man, right here. So say like, okay, boom, I open up this fresh chart. I'm kind of looking at it. So the first thing you want to say is, okay, where's the last bullish breakout candle? Right here. Right before it, where's the high? Where's the last time? Where's the resistance? Right here. This is your high low. And then the trend broke because it didn't break out anymore. So it's already 2 candles out. So here's your high. So your high low and your high right there. And then all you do is you'll just come out and you'll say, okay, that was the last bullish candle. I'm gonna draw it out. Since we're looking, since it's going for a buy, we're going from down to up. So we put it up, down at the high low, and then where it capped out at, and then boom. And then you zoom in, and you see you got your zones right there.
So those numbers, the 38 and the 6-1, those are already automatically in there, or did you have to set something?
Automatically in there, bro.
Okay.
These numbers are key. This is what almost all the expert traders use, is the Fibonacci. If you look at Christopher Terry's training videos and some of the stuff when he calls out like some of the daily swing trades and stuff like that, all these are on and there's a ton of them, because if you actually go in it, man, look at all the freaking ones there's a ton of freaking, look at all these you can activate. The 5, 7, 8, 6, I mean, it's ridiculous. But all the experts, all the trading videos, everything that I've been testing, these right here, your key numbers right here. Your breakout, and anything in Zion is that 236, that 382, and that 61. These are your moneymaker zones. Because look at it. It's just the market. Anytime you go back to the market, it plays out all in those zones, all in those 3 zones, automatically. As soon as you, and the more you do it, and then like I said, like this, the more you do it, even on your phone, you'll start seeing it. Because as soon as you go from a high low to a high, whatever, you'll automatically see where that 3/8 zone and starts matching up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm ready to get to practicing.
Yeah, so this is, like I said, this has been the crypto money maker, man, all weekend, bro. I've been doing this on the hour chart and doing this all weekend, and it's been banked. Like I said, it's all demo because I wanted to test out the strategy on top of this, but this right here has me confident enough that I'm gonna open up that separate broker account and start doing these trades during the week. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 and start scalping them during the week, because this is literally this is exactly how the crypto market moves, and it's like clockwork, man. It hasn't changed. All weekend it's been doing the same thing.
Okay, cool. Is anything else you want to show us? Is that everything?
Hold on. Do you use that? And you use this on the regular pairs as well, right?
You can use this on a regular pair too, yes.
Okay.
I mainly did this video because I wanted to show you guys what I've been learning on the crypto side of the house. But you can use the same setup with the fib and the charts and the hourly. You can use this on any Forex. This is exactly how some of the traders call these zones. That's why when you see them call those sell limits and buy limits and all stuff like that, they use these different zones to call those numbers. They've already gone back on that day chart or that weekly chart or whatever, and they've charted this out, and they look at the retracements to see, okay, this is the limit. If it hits here, then it may go back up, or vice versa, and that's why sometimes they don't activate, and then we got to close them out. But you can use this on any chart. The main thing I wanted, crypto moves a lot faster, so I wanted to test it out on this first. And yeah, it's been good, man. Like I said, this is a quick money maker. You can turn 20 cents into 50, 60 bucks like nothing.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
So, and LG knows me. I'm all about minimizing that risk, man. That's why I do those stops. This right here just minimizes it has my setups, but it minimizes my risk even less, man. So that's all I got for that portion of the trading. So I don't know if Matt, if you wanted to go over anything that you use or anything that could help out, or anything that you see otherwise that could be used, on this kind of setup, or what other signals or stuff that you use to call out or visually see the different trades too.
Well, right now I'm learning about the cloud. I'm very intrigued about that. And the crazy part is I didn't even realize the first video I came across with the cloud, this guy he was doing stocks. So apparently once you master the cloud, you can pretty much, do anything, commodities, Forex, stocks. But But at first, man, I was just simply just trading off flags, watching the flags and looking for the confirmations. You know, the stuff that Stevenson used to talk about all the time.
Yep.
Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta get my son situated.
Yep. See, LG, look at it. Remember how you said you was in the, you being the negative? You took that sell stop. Look at that. It went back up. Tried it again. Retrace back down. I'm just waiting for it to crack this 38, man, to pull my take profit right here at the bottom of that 6-1.
I feel you.
It's just man, the patience game, man.
My shit's on 40 pips a day, man. So, you know, getting to a point where I could go ahead and predict me some 40 pips. I mean, you know, well, I mean, I guess, you know, looking at this, I wouldn't have to stop at 10 pips with that 38 and that 61 hitting like that. I could just go ahead and put it inside of those safe zones, like, you know.
That's what I did. Because there's a 50 zone in between here, but I took it out, man. Nobody uses that 50 zone. Every chart that I've chalked up with a fib zone, the 50 zone don't even. I see no retracement in that zone. Look at that long rejection candle. That thing's gonna drop, dude.
Yeah, I'm back, man. But yeah, that's it, man. As of right now, I just been studying the cloud. I was experimenting with it, a couple different things with the moving averages, with the stocks, doing the flags. But I sometimes I don't know your success doing other I guess confirmations, but like I'll have a good week or two where things hit. And then after that, it's not hidden. So, you know, I've been on that search to find the consistency. And so far, I've been liking the cloud. So that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to master the cloud before I go into the other thing. I also want to get into candlestick patterns. I don't know how versed you are in that, but that's going to be my next little thing I get into after I get this cloud down.
Yeah, I'm trying to master that. It's going to take a little while for that. I personally like this strategy because you can almost take this and, like, for instance, the harmonic scanner, you know how when the scanner's getting ready and it calls out those new flags,
right?
You could almost take this, like this right here almost looks like a flag,
right?
This right here almost looks like a flag where the scanner would say it's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop, most definitely.
So basically, so it's just like, you know, you can pretty much go to the harmonic scanner, come to trading view, put this fib on it, fine, you know, do the same thing, go to the hour chart that it's on, you know, put that freaking fib on it, man, between the last high and low on the breakout candle on the last portion of that flag, and you can see exactly where it could go. It could either go or stop if it decides to either go the opposite way or it's actually going to go down on that scanner. Right. And it's just like you can put this anywhere, man, literally. This is where they call their flags out. They use this to call some of these retracement flags back and forth. They use these zones, and these right here, like the key zone. Any training video, all the stuff that I've done on IML, YouTube, and other stuff, like these are the biggest zones that they use right now.
All right, that's good stuff, man. I'm definitely I'm about to practice with this today. I see you using. With your trading view, are you using the paid or you just still using the free one?
I'm still using the free one, so I still gotta kill that ad every once in a while.
Okay. Okay, nah, that's cool. I'm doing a 30-day trial with stock charts. I don't know if you heard of that. Yeah, it's basically, from what I hear, it's like trading view. And they have training on all their indicators, so they actually break down how to use the indicators and so on and so forth. Because I know it's a million ones out there.
Gotcha.
But I decided to use stock charts just because the first video I came across when the guy was explaining the cloud, he was using that website. So I'm like, cool, I got the 30-day trial. I can test it out and see if I like it or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man, but that's all great stuff, man.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be a moneymaker, man. Especially this cloud, like he said, you can throw it anywhere. And look, you can go back, dude, in all the history, and look, everywhere you see this trend line break out, dude, it's doing it. I mean, as soon as it crosses, it's doing a breakout.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah. And it
All the
talks
way
about,
back. I mean, you know, underneath the cloud, this is where it tells you, this is another confirmation that if it crosses and it goes under and it's underneath the cloud, that's an even better confirmation because it's
right,
under the cloud and it's crossing down even more. So that's a strong confirmation for a sell. And then if it's above the cloud and it's crossing up, then that's a strong one underneath one. So some of these are what they call neutral. These are neutral sells and buys, but they're still can be used because this is still telling me this is going to drop. And it's gonna fight this cloud. The cloud is the resistance. It's either gonna come back up or it's gonna break it.
right.
But all the history on these things, like anytime the thing is crossed over, it's done something. It's broke out the way it's called out. So
Right, right.
I mean that's just the easy day.
So with the
Does that
with
make
the
sense? You got any more questions?
No, I don't have any now. I mean, at this point, it's just studying the basics to understand what's being said. I definitely grasp the important part about that 3-8 and 6-1. You know what I mean? And then, you know, between watching some basics and looking over this again, and then I guess understanding the cloud a little more. So what are the lines that they're right there, the red and blue line, you know, when they cross, you know, up and down, is that part of Ichimoku?
Yes. So
Okay.
all of this is part of Ichimoku. So basically, this is called the baseline, the blue one, and then the red line is the trend line. So basically, that's the line that you want to look for to cross. So if it crosses down, you're looking for a sell. If it crosses up, it's going for a buy. And basically, the green and red clouds confirm if it's going to stay within a buy trend or drop back down to a sell trend.
Okay. So if you're trading on crosses, right? So I'm guessing I could trade off just crosses too. Like I see this red cross the blue right here, and it's inside. So what about like the whole inside the cloud, above the cloud? How do we use that?
So that's where it gets a little more into. So this right here is still considered a sell, and they call this a neutral sell because it's in the cloud. It could break down here, but it could. This is the cloud. You use it as that's your resistance. So it can either come down here and come back up, or it could finally break it. But you see it cross. It still went down, and then it went down even further because it stayed going down.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? And then a confirmation for like a major sell is one like over here. It's underneath. This is a major saying, hey, this is definitely gonna freaking drop. This is a sell trend right here. Look at that. The red crossed over the blue even more.
I get it.
Right here, and underneath the cloud, it's saying this thing is still gonna drop like a heart attack.
And it's still our chart. Still our chart. So
this is still the hour chart. Yeah.
You got the Ichimoku indicator on. You can go look at any chart and see where you at. So I'm guessing I could just like go through pairs looking to see one, like if it's under the cloud or above the cloud, then waiting for a cross.
Yep. See? This is gold right here. See, look right here.
Cross
see
right
where
there.
It crossed?
Mm-hmm.
It crossed.
But it's above the cloud though.
It's above the cloud, yeah. So but it still dropped. So technically, this could say it's going to drop to the resistance, and then come back up. So you can still jump on it, but like
the cloud is the resistance.
Is the resistance. See, look over here.
Gotcha.
This is a big buy because look, it's above it's coming up. It's right above the cloud. It's crossing back over, and look at it break.
Gotcha. I understand.
Yep. So the cloud, that's why I like the Ichimoku, because it's a visual of the resistance of the trend. Because see, look, it wants to come back up. It didn't break the cloud. Came back down. Came back down. Look at it. It crossed over. Now it's trying to now it's trying to go back up through the cloud again. See how it crossed here? Now it's trying to fight back to go in. But if this resists and it comes back down, that means it's going to stay within the sell trend again.
Gotcha.
And you can do this, like you said, on any Forex pair. Look, this is USD JPY right here. Look, it's separated, so it's still within an uptrend. It's not close to it, so it doesn't look like it's coming down yet, and the green cloud is above. So I technically would wait on this one just to see how it plays out, because you see this is a max right here, but there's an uptrend. There's an uptrend. The Ichimoku, what it does is it predicts future, and it kind of predicts. It shows you future trends and it shows you past trends. That's the whole purpose of like this line back here. It tells you what the history on it is, and then what its future is. So, but that's more in depth. I don't want you to get that far in depth with it. I want you to stick with the basics. Learning on the trend line first. That's where you're gonna see your biggest money makers are your call makers. Is that you're gonna use that trend line crossover to give you your guarantees.
Well, I mean, I like the fib with those lines because, man, I stay inside that zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marking it in the breakouts.
That's exactly what it is.
With that fib, if I heard it correctly, it's 4 trades you would basically place. If I heard it correctly, because you want to place or is it 3 trades? There's like, depending on it's 3. Okay, yeah. So depending on whether you're gonna place your first buy or sell depends on what the trend is, what you're doing. So you would place the one for inside the zone, then you would place one on the top and the bottom, basically, for if it broke out past what you had planned. Those three trades got you. 3 trades, and either way you're gonna make some money.
That's it.
Nah, it makes sense. I get it. Cool.
Hey, last question. So going back to the cloud, if you see that breakout line happen within the cloud, do you still mark that up, or you wait for it to get out of the cloud? Because I know it's not 100%, but I know within the cloud it's kind of like supposed to be the consolidation zone or something like that.
Yes. So shoot me your cell phone number in the Facebook chat, and I'm gonna send you some of the PowerPoints that I pulled off for one of the training videos I did, and
Okay.
it tells you the difference between a major confirmation buy, a major confirmation sell, and then these are considered neutral buys and sells. So you can still do it. You can scalp with it, because when it crosses over, it's still gonna cross somewhere where you can kind of collect 10 pips here and there. So you can still use it to scalp. But like the big confirmations are the ones that are above and below the cloud. If they cross over above and below the cloud, that means that trend is going to freaking stick to it. And you can definitely, make money off of that one. Like, see, this one was trending down for a long time, and see how it crossed over and then started making its way back up. So you can, anytime this line breaks, look, you can still end up catching 10 pips somewhere, whether it be up or down.
Right. Hey, can you do the ruler on that joint real quick right there? I'm just curious about what the pips were actually looking like.
Where
right there,
here?
that cross, just at that cross right there. Just so like I'm guessing if one thing I do remember about crosses is you wait till the next candle to confirm what's what. So yeah, I guess I would have came in on the sell candle. I mean, even that's for a buy. It crossed.
Well, you would have came in on that buy candle, and it
sold the first buy candle after the cross, right? But not the first buy candle though. Wouldn't it be like, so I see a buy or sell and a buy? Wouldn't I came in at the next buy? So like you wait for it to cross, and so if it's crossing up, so you wait for it to cross, that's telling you a buy, and then wouldn't I wait to the next buy candle, or no?
So no, as soon as you see this cross,
and
this candle finishes in a buy,
okay,
you jump in it.
Okay, cool.
As long as it finishes in the buy and it's crossing over in a buy position, that's a confirmation.
So I would be jumping in on that sell candle, that next one. I'd be jumping in right there.
Yep. So you would jump there. So basically you would, let me see. So if you would have jumped in, you would have jumped in here, and say like you, look at it, you would have taken, look, that's 33 right there.
Wow. Oof.
And that's not even following a big trend. That's just calling it off of a breakout.
The cloud would have already been there, so I would have knew my resistance line was right there.
Yeah, the cloud is always ahead, always. That's why you can use it as resistance.
So I could have set my take profit at wherever the cloud line starts, just to be safe.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
The cloud always detects future. It's kind of like it follows the trend, so it's always going to be there. So let me see if I can get to the freaking beginning of this damn thing.
Got you. So even if I wasn't, you
See it?
know, oh, okay, okay.
So
Got
say like if this comes down and it crosses into a cell, you could be
you.
like, okay, boom, it's gonna come into a cell, but it may resist at the cloud. I'm gonna put my take profit right here at the edge of the cloud where the candles are forming, because you know what I'm saying, if it decides to break, yeah, that's fine, but it's still gonna it's still gonna come down to resist, or you can just go for your 10 pips.
Got you. Does it have to hit the cloud to bounce back up, or no? It's just that's the max it might go. Is that what?
Normally, no, I'm still kind of reading into those, but normally they touch. Normally, yes, they try to touch for resistance, because like let me see. See, like this one tried to come back down and went back up. But the problem with that is, see, there's no crossover occurring. There's a
Right.
crossover occurring here. So you really want to get it where it's crossing over. So see, this is crossing over, buy candle, boom. You can definitely take from here. You could have taken your 10 pips.
So there would have been a line right there. There would have been a cloud line right there at the top of that. Previously, I guess.
Well, the cloud already would have been right here. So you could have put your take profit right here at the edge of the cloud.
Right.
So you could have put, so you see this cross and you saw, okay, it started separating on this candle. You could have taken that and put your take profit at the edge of the freaking cloud right there. And that right there is 16.
That's crazy.
So you can use it for long terms, or you can use it to scalp.
Got you. I mean, I could have grabbed the 10 that I'd be trying to grab. I could have grabbed those 10.
Yeah, just by these indicators, because the trend line, once it breaks the baseline, it's fighting something. Because you see here, you see how kind of like it broke, and then it look at this shot, look at the shoot down.
Yeah.
So, but
Trade
see
the
the
trend.
resistance. Trade the trend. See, because look, even as quick as it sounds, like you said with the cloud, look at this. This one was showing here, it crossed over, and look, it hit the cloud. You would have just broke even, because it just because it's literally stayed there and then it came back down.
I got you. Okay, if I would have put that in for a buy and set my but if I would have put that in for a buy, I would have set a take profit right there. Where would I put my stop loss?
But look how much you could have put your but look at the minimal risk. I mean, you would have lost nothing on this.
Well, I mean, where would my stop loss have been though?
Your stop loss technically would have been down here. But that's why I kind of wait for the trends, and I don't play with stop losses unless I'm doing it on the Fibonacci. I haven't done a strategy where I'm just kind of taking the trends and 10 pips, and I don't put a stop loss. If you want to put a stop loss, I use it on the Fibonacci, but I haven't taken any trades that I'm just kind of looking at the trend in the clouds just yet. I've been using those zones on the Fibonacci to give me my stop losses.
I mean, that one. So, I mean, on that one, it looked like you kind of would have took a major loss. Like if you put in a buy where it first crossed and it hit the resistance, and then in that next candle, it crossed again and did a major drop.
Because it would have been, because look, your stop loss would have been here. So yes, you would have taken a loss, but this is why I use the Fibonacci. Because look, breakout candle, high, low, high, high. If I did this, look at your magic number, 38. Boom.
Oh.
Fucking crashed. Never fully broke that 38. And it ended up crashing.
It never broke the 38.
Well, it snapped it. It kind of partial here. But I would have put my stop. But see, this is why I said, like, I would have put a stop loss here, but I would have put a sell stop here. So if it broke that resistance, I lost that money from here to here, but I would have gained it back because it would have broken. I would have caught it catching back down. You see, there's my fail safe.
I get it. Yeah, that's three trades. I get it. And you would have had one above. Well, you wouldn't have had one. You would have had one of. Yeah. The one above is extra though. One above is extra money because it's a buy. You were drawing a buy, right?
Yeah, but you could still put 3 in. It's up to you. I still could have put a buy stop right up here on that breakout zone in case it decided to flip. And when I came back and I saw this, all I did was just deleted my pending buy stop order.
Gotcha. So the first one is the order for what you're looking for. When you're on a buy, for example, that first one's what you're looking for. That one at the bottom would be your safety net for it went wrong, and the one on the top is just like extra icing on the cake. It's like, well, if it breaks out some even more, you get more.
But you see right here, this is why like I didn't. You see how the trend kind of broke and then it broke back down? This is why I like Fibonacci, because if I did this though, Lyndon, I wouldn't have put in a buy stop here. I would have put in a sell stop, because remember, I'm going to make my money in 3.8 to 6.1. So it broke here, boom, and it came down. So I was actually looking for a sell.
Wait a minute, isn't this for a buy? You drawing it up? Isn't that looking for a buy? What did you?
I'm looking to see if it retraced.
So drawing it from bottom to the top, you're not in there looking for you're not looking for it to break to go 6.1 up to 3.2.
Yeah, you're looking for it to see if it's going to continue a buy trend or for a sell. So you go up to down. But you see so that's why they say the 3.8 zone is your money maker, because if it breaks the 3.8 zone, it's going to continue its uptrend.
Now, I thought I had it, but now I'm a little confused.
Actually,
I thought depending.
No. I did. Hold up. I did confuse you on that one. I did it opposite. That's my fault.
Okay.
I placed the fib wrong. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I lost my whole understanding.
Yeah, my fault. That's me right there. So here's my high, and there's my high low.
I got you, because the green was the breakout up. So you go back to the last. Okay. Yeah, that follows what you told me before. The green is the breakout. So then we go back to the last how low it matches. You're drawing down. All right.
But look, if you did the buy for the 3.8 to 6.1 before it came to the sell, boom, you still would have made 3.8 to 6.1. There's your money right here before you even finished. Right here. You see it?
Yeah. Would have came out. You'd be out of it. And then
you would have taken your profit in that money zone, and you would have made more money because you closed this out and you still had a sell stop down here for the break.
Gotcha. That's what it did. Yeah, it's a killer. I see. That's a killer. That fib is a killer. What's the pips on that? On that spot right there.
Let me see. For this one, because it's going to vary depending on how big the high and high low is.
Right.
12 pips.
You said 12? Huh. Hey, listen, everything over my 10 is what I want. That's beautiful, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. This is great. Brother. Hey, Matt, you got any more questions? You good?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm just soaking up the sauce, bro.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm on my way home. I'm about to take my son home, so I'm just listening to y'all. But everything you said makes sense. Only thing I want to do right now is just practice at this point.
That's it, man. Yeah, once you practice it and learn where to put your high and high lows, literally once you draw it out, you'll see where the mark. Dude, look at it. This is USD JPY. We're not even on crypto. It's playing the same game, dude, with the same zones.
I see.
And this is this is from.
Do you have?
This isn't even current.
Do you have Do you stick with maybe 3 or 4 pairs, or you just?
I'll be honest with you. I'm still doing swipe trades for compounding and the harmonic scanner. But the main reason I got into the fib retracement first recently was for the crypto. I want to definitely master crypto because I can just make so much more money off of a 20-cent lot in that 38 and 6.1 zone than I will if I do that on currency pairs. You know what I'm saying? Like a 2-cent lot and a 10 pip, I'm making like $2. This same freaking zone right here, which is 12 pips, this literally right here is almost like $20, $30 just within this little bubble, man.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I wanted to master with crypto first, and but I wanted to put it to a point to teach you guys and the team. This helps minimize the risk even more, and you have a fail safe because, like I said, you're putting in what a lot of the experts do. You put in your 3 trades. You put in your zone. You're putting your scalp zone for your money maker, and then you put in your stops for the breakouts. So one way, shape, or form, even if it does go the other way, You lost that, but you're gonna make your money back on the breakout, and then you wait for the next one. Or right here, you would have even doubled down because you would have made your profit in the 3.8 to 6.1 zone right here, and then you would have came back in and made more profit when the sell stop activated.
And with that bottom sell stop, though,
Mm.
you would have to be around to watch it, or I could have just just set it for my 10 pips and like where would
No,
you set
you
a
can
take profit on that?
Set it for your 10 pips, or like I said, or you're gonna have to go back. You can either set it for 10 pips, or you're gonna have to go back and find that last zone that the last resistance, last resistance is support zone. So, but if you don't want to do that, just go for another 10 pips.
Yeah, I'd be a 10 pip king, man. Shoot, 10 pip king, man.
Dude. Yeah, it's easy day, bro. And look, and they all do the same thing. Cause look at it. Look, so for example, right here, Lyndon, like say like boom, this broke out. This is done. Right here, look, the trend is done. Okay, it's not gonna go down no more. This is on the hour chart still. So let's delete this. I'm like, okay, I made my profit off of that. Let me go for my next one. I'm gonna go down here. So it stopped. It stopped here, and I waited for the high, the new high created. So it'll be about here. Where's it at? Yeah, right up right up around here. And it still plays within the same zones. Look at it.
So that one kind of confused me. I see that's the last breakout to the sell, but where's the entry? I mean, where's the
So this is the breakout here. Oh, sorry, hold on. Where is? I think I just did it opposite again. See, I've been playing with too many charts. Where is my last? So my last high and my low. No, I had it right. It's just a smaller zone. There it is.
So you got a breakout sell candle, and then you do what?
So I want to go to my last high before the breakout. Remember, here's my breakout. Your last high, which is here, and then wherever it retraced, right there.
Okay.
And look, there's your 3.8 zones playing around again, all the way up to 6.1.
So you're drawing down on a sell, so it's a retracement. So when we're drawing from top to bottom, we're gonna be looking to place a buy order.
Yeah.
Drawing from bottom to top.
You're looking for sell.
Okay, got you. So it's just the opposite. So if I'm drawing from top to bottom, looking for a buy. Okay.
Yep.
I get it. It's a retracement. So I mean, even if the last breakout is a sell, then I know that I'm setting up for it's a buy movement. Okay. So since it's a buy, so the buy pending order would be a little above the 3.2, and the take profit would be a little under the 6.1, or a little above the 6.1.
I try to keep my scalping within the 3.8 and 6.1 zone. So
got you. So it'd be a little above the 3.8.
Yep.
Got you. A little above the 3.8, a little below the 6.1. Yep. And then under you said it's called the 100 zone, like down there at the.
Yep.
Yeah, down there under the 100 zone, I would have a pending sell.
And then you put a buy stop up here.
What's the zone at the top called?
It depends. It's either gonna be the 100 to the 0. It just depends on which way you're fibbing out.
Okay. Put another buy stop. Okay. Huh. All right. Yeah, I get it.
But you see here, every time, for some reason, it still, see right here, it activated, right? It didn't maybe make my take profit right around the 6.1, which is exactly what's going on with that Bitcoin one. It decided to come back down, play out again, and then boom, it came back up. So it's like, it's a hell of a chance once it finally breaks that it's going to go that way. It just consolidates a little bit.
It still might take a while, I see. But I mean, even with that, it came below the entry, but it never hit my stop loss would be the 100, right?
Yep, you would still have a stop loss here. So see, it never hit your stop loss.
Hey, can you do from where your stop loss to where you probably would have put your entry, like you said, a little above the 3.8? I'm just trying to see what type of pip stop loss that's looking like, just on that one specifically.
So this one is about 30 pips.
That's not bad at all. Now, but all that changes with zones, right?
What's that?
The amount of pips in between the gap and the breakouts, all that changes with zones.
Well, yeah, I mean, it won't change per zone. You got to remember, this can either get bigger or smaller depending on how big your last high to high low.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what I meant. Like when I say the zone, I'm just thinking the whole thing. So that high low could have been bigger. Like that spike right there could have been longer, which would have just opened up the fib even more.
Yep.
Gotcha.
See right here, because look, the 3.8 to the 6.1 is about 16 pips.
Gotcha. You know, on the compounding chart we use, it has a built-in 50 pip stop loss.
Do you?
Yeah, because majority of the swipe trades are 50 pip stop loss.
Yeah, on average.
Yeah, so that's why I built that into the formula.
Yeah, and this one's not bad because even if you trace it down, I think the biggest one I think I've seen when I did with crypto was 40 pips.
Wow.
But every time you scalp within this 3.8 to 6.1, look, you're gonna make 10 pips or more. This one right here, for another example, 17.
which is cool because my 10 would have got hit a long time ago.
It would have got hit, bro.
So it had time to break out, hit my 10 and close. Shoot, would it? Oh, okay, yeah. It still would have been a couple hours later, but still, it would have hit.
But look, yeah, because if you didn't go for the full 17, if you drew it out, look, if your buy stop hit here already.
Well, so you're 38. How far above? 3 pips, 5 pips? Like how far above the 38 do you put it?
Probably like 3 pips at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because normally I try to, because since I use JAFX, I try to give it that 2-3 pip spread. Because you know how if it goes and it doesn't hit it from the bottom line or whatever, it won't freaking take the profit or whatever. So I'll make sure, that's why I consolidated it just a little bit between that 2-3 pip spread. But like, look, there's 10 pips.
Gotcha.
So that's nothing.
Nah. That's not shit. It looks like it almost would have got it in the, depending on when it first opened, right? Right here, that first candle looks like it wicked out. Is it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is it over the 10 pips? It looks like it went over the 10 pips.
See, and look, technically, I never would have. It wouldn't even activate it till over here. Because remember, I wouldn't have drawn this. I wouldn't have really drawn this out until I saw this stop down here. So yeah, you would have hit your 10 pips on this first candle right here.
On the first candle, yeah, that shit would have opened up and hit my 10, and I've been out the game. Yeah. Yo, you see that shit, Matt? 10 pips, baby. 10 pips.
I got you. Most definitely. I'm watching 10 Pip King. I see.
10 pips, man.
Where's it at? Let me see.
Run the world with 10 pips.
Let me see what the Bitcoin. Let me see what the Bitcoin one decided to do with his life. Look, see, it's coming down. It's coming down to that 3.8, baby. To come down to that 6.1.
I see.
See, and look, right here, like how you asked, Lyndon, this one is another example. So here's your 3.8 entry, or I entered about here. And I mean, it's different for crypto, but this is 230. This is 231. 231.
So that's 23 pips,
so
right?
Like 23 pips, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's from my entry to the stop loss that I would have put for myself.
And what's your take profit's right above the 6.1, right? What's that looking like? 13. Haha. 10 pip king, Joe. I'm trying to tell you. 10 pips.
Yep. So it's playing out. It's right here. Every time it cracked it right here, came back up. Look at this long candle. Try to play again, but this right here, when it cracks it, is telling me that it's more of a chance that it's gonna break back down. And look, it's showing enough. It's coming back down. And look at the cloud. Look at the red cloud starting to come through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good shit, man. That is good shit. I get it. Yeah, I mean, you're right. At this point, it's just about demoing, being comfortable. So you got it.
Yep. Like I said, look for that, especially on the hour chart. You just look for that last breakout candle. Right before the breakout candle, look for your high. Look for where it stopped, where it made that max top of the flag. and boom, there's your zones. And then same way going down for the sales.
Now, okay, before you go, you cut some other stuff off. You said the fib is actually a bunch of things, but you just focus on that. So what's the other stuff that is actually in the fib that you're not using?
It's just other zones. It has a ton of zones, but any training video, any expert that you do, even on IML, on those, their money makers is
Okay.
236, 38, and 618. But look, it's got a 5, it's got a 786. I mean, it's got a lot of them, but these are
Gotcha.
honestly a lot.
Yeah,
Almost
fuck
all
all
the
that.
videos
Don't
that
confuse
I've
yourself,
seen,
huh?
yeah, almost all the videos that I've seen, I'm sticking with this. I'm sticking with this 6-1 and 6-1 and 3-8, because 7, you know, if it goes past that to 7-8 and everything like that, I'll already have my breakout buy stop or I already have my stop order in place, so I'm gonna be making money anyway. And the 50 zone is just so dang close to look at look. You really don't use it. What's it at?
All right, that makes sense.
What's it at? See, look how. See how it's like in between the 6 and the 3-8. But I'll be honest with you, it's just like any other chart that I've drawn it out and I kept the 50 on it. It doesn't even retrace on the 50.
Gotcha. It's always going through it, so it's unnecessary.
Yeah, even Stevenson uses these 3 numbers. Like I said, if you look at his educational one, the 200 to 100K challenge that he turned into the educational video, that Euro GBP one that he tossed out the last week, he drew out the same thing on the phone, the 2-3, 3-8, and the freaking 6-1 on that 4-hour chart to call the sell for UGP to come back down on the daily. So
Okay, cool. I'm good.
all right.
Yeah, I'm definitely
You good, man?
money, man. Yeah, I appreciate that 1,000%, man. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, fellas. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, good luck with it. Definitely test it on the demo, and you get, like I said, once you start seeing and doing a few of these, it'll just come like muscle memory, like easy, man. And like I said, this is easy day. Like I said, you use it anywhere. I'm using it for crypto, but like I said, you put it on any charts you want. So I mean, if you got any other questions or want to run through it or anything like that, like I said, we got that Facebook chat, so all day.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely. I told LG earlier, man. This the next week or two, I'm just gonna be doing this on everything, crypto, regular pairs, just to get this joint down, so I can move on to the next confirmations. But yeah, man, I'm good, man. I really appreciate all of that.
Oh, sounds good, gents. All right, brothers. Well, I will let y'all get back to it. I'll catch you on the chat.
All right, cool.
All right,
man. Peace.
Later.